She said she was going to be here.
All right, I just started recording. So welcome everybody to our team call, our Dreamers, Believers, Achievers call. Today is April 2nd. I should always look at the calendar before I say that because I'm never sure of the date.
Yep. You're right.
You're right.
And tonight's topic is going to be building relationships. But before I do that, I wanted to ask you guys about the time of this group. Is 9 o'clock better or is 8:30 better for this Thursday night call?
9 o'clock's good for me.
Okay. It doesn't matter to me.
Katie, how about you?
I think you know my stance, right?
Yeah. Because I feel like 8:30 is hard for the majority of us.
Mm.
And also, I'll be honest, like I feel like because all my other calls are at 9 o'clock, I always misspeak about the time of this call, and I think it's confusing. Like I'll post 9 o'clock, and it's really 8:30. So, I'll post in the group to see if the majority of people, if it would be better to switch to 9, and if so, I would like to switch this call to 9 o'clock. But that's only if it's good for the majority of us. If not, I'll keep it, to 8:30. Okay? All right. So the conversation last night in our coach training group really sparked the topic for tonight of building relationships, because I know as a new coach, it's really hard. You don't know what to say. You don't know what to do. You don't know who to message. And so basically, somebody just got on the phone.
Hey, it's Nikki. Sorry, I'm
Hi,
late.
Nikki. That's okay.
Hi. My computer just decided that it doesn't want to turn on anymore today, so just got back from the library, working from there today.
Oh, no.
But I'm here.
Good. I'm glad you can make it. Good. I was just telling the group that we're going to be talking about building relationships tonight because basically our conversation last night sparked the topic for tonight. So I know, Nikki, last night that you had asked, well, what do you say to people that you don't really know? And so basically what I do is that I start liking and commenting on their posts when they post on Facebook. And that starts to get them to notice you. Like if whatever they post about that you can relate to, so if it's about their kids, say, how cute or adorable, or, but of course be sincere, and then as you start liking and commenting, they'll start noticing your name and noticing you a little bit more. And that's when you can send them a message. Like sometimes I wait for them to post something that I can relate to and I can initiate the conversation to. So it's not, you never want to come out of the gate and be like, hi, I'm a Beachbody coach, or, invite to like a challenge group until you form some kind of relationship with them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, so then, once you do that, you can start then inviting them to challenge groups. So like for the new coaches, it's just really, it's use this the first couple of months to invite your close, family and friends to the challenge groups, people that you're comfortable in inviting to a challenge group. And then also use this time to start friend requesting and start messaging people that, you're not so close to form relationships, because what you're doing is you're starting a relationship now. So you're forming the relationship for future months to set you up for success later on. As I mentioned on, I forgot what call it was. Inspiration Nation. This is not a business for just today. It's a business for a long time. So these are relationships that you're building ongoing, so whether they purchase a challenge pack this month, 5 months from now, a year from now, whatever it may be, at least you're getting that relationship started. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And then,
Mhm.
you know, once you, so they recommend posting 3 to 5 times a day. And typically what I do is, I post about, and this is for me, and this is what works for me. And I'm not saying this is what you guys should do. But I know as a new coach, like I just didn't know what to post because I was non-existent on Facebook. Just didn't know, anything about Facebook really. So I just watched like other coaches. So like I developed a routine when it comes to posting on Facebook. So my first post in the morning is usually something motivational or inspirational, whether it's health and fitness related, or if it's just to make a better day for somebody, or it's a picture of my son with a smile, start your day with a smile or something like that. And then usually the afternoon, because my niche market is for moms with toddlers or young kids, so they're usually napping in the afternoon. So sometimes I post something that would be relatable to them. And then in the evening, so in your evening hours, that's when people are mostly on Facebook. So that's when I'll post about like a challenge group, or I'm announcing a new coach, things that I want everybody to see. And you don't want to announce a challenge group multiple times a week, maybe once a week, once every other week, but you always want to do something that you want to get there are a lot of people, the majority of people's attention. So the best time to post on Facebook is between like 8 and 9 o'clock. Like you'll notice on your friends list on the side where it says who's active,
Mm-hmm.
you judge yourself. Like I know for me, I have a lot of people on between 8 and 9 o'clock at night. So, usually on a Sunday and Monday night. So start paying attention to that, because when you see the majority of your Facebook friends on, that's when you want to post. All right. So as you start posting on Facebook and people start noticing you and people start seeing, that you're working out and you're really sticking with this and you're feeling good, or, whatever it is, then, those conversations are going to start becoming easier. So that's why it's just so important to post on Facebook, be a product of the product. And so people notice what what you're doing, and then your conversations would be a lot easier. Just in the beginning it's tough, it's people don't know what you're doing, so you're basically, it's just like with any startup business or any new job. It's you just gotta, basically a startup business, you guys are starting your own business, right? So of course it's going to start out slow in the beginning and it's going to take a lot more work, but then once you start, if you listen to what we're telling you, and once you start doing the posting 3 to 5 times a day and the vital behaviors, eventually things are going to become a lot easier. And you always want to have that benchmark goal to hit Success Club every month. Another good way to build relationships are, I mentioned last night, I believe, are, joining closed Facebook groups, things that interest you. Like I just joined a closed Facebook group of General Hospital because, yes, I admit I do watch General Hospital every day.
I only get to watch it once a week, but I love it too.
DVR is all I need to say. Get a DVR.
I can get caught up in one day, though.
Yeah. Very true. But anyway, so I just joined that. I'm a part of a mom's group. Actually, from that mom's group, Sarah and I are actually part of, another fitness group that, broke off from that group. So, finding groups that, that you have interest. I'm part of a reoccurrent miscarriage group because, I suffered from many miscarriages before I conceived Ryan. So I'm a part of that group. So anywhere that you can, start meeting people. So, and then once you start, commenting on people's posts in those groups and starting forming relationships that way, you can then send them a friend request and then start having side conversations. And again, those side conversations shouldn't start with, hi, I'm a Beachbody coach, because then you're going to come off too salesy. Just start a natural conversation. And then, as you're having these conversations, they're going to see you posting on Facebook. So they may even bring it up themselves first about, what you're doing. But if not, you can you can ask them, I'm a health and fitness coach, do you have any health and fitness goals? Or you can then eventually invite them to join a challenge group. The last thing you want to do is post about your challenge groups in those closed groups, because that's a huge turnoff to the people that are in those groups. It's, again, the last thing that we want to do as Beachbody coaches is sound like a salesperson. We want to, which we do, we want to help these people reach their health and fitness goals. But at the same time, like, we want to build a business, right? So, I just lost my train of thought. So anyway, so those groups are best to meet new people and form relationships that way. I posted in the group last night in the file section on how to create a like page. And that is another excellent way to meet people that you have no idea, you don't know. So I would get those up and running as soon as possible. And then that way, like for our next, actually, Sarah, you have one now. Oh, it's too late. So for the next 5-day free clean eating challenge, I can tell you guys how to create a Facebook ad where your ad would go out to all these people in your target market, and they'll send. So, and this is a whole other topic for another night, but when you have a like page, you can't actually message people. They actually have to friend request you before you can, or you can friend request them first if they allow you to, in order to actually be able to start a conversation. So what I have learned to do is that I like to invite to my free challenge groups, because that gets people's attention and makes them feel comfortable to want to send me a friend request. I have right in the ad, if you're interested in joining this challenge, please send me a friend request, and so we can chat and I can tell you how to sign up. That's how I met Nikki, and that's how I met Katie, who are 2 coaches on my team right now. And Denise, I want to say that's kind of how we met too.
I don't
initially.
know. Well, I guess kind of, but I think I was commenting on Danielle's posts, and I think that's how you.
I sent you a friend request, right?
Yes. Yeah, because I was on Danielle's posts. Yes, because Rich is a couple years older than me, and she's only a year behind me. So.
Right. So that's another way. So, like Denise said, sometimes I just randomly just send a friend request to people. Like if I have a friend and there's other friends that I don't know that are responding to their post, whatever it is, I'll send them a friend request. And then again, start commenting and start, liking their posts. There's actually a way that you can, let me see if I can screen share here for you guys. All right, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
So there's a way that you can actually group people in a side group of people that you're interested in paying more attention to. So let me see if I can figure it out. Of course, so basically you know how you see over here to the left, we have all of our challenge groups here.
Mm-hmm.
You can create a group for people that you want to pay more attention to. So like I have this group here. I'm not creative at all when it comes to, and they don't know that they're in this group, by the way. So I have a group of people that I want to get to know, of these friends, so that when I click on this, I can see what their most recent posts are. And then I can start commenting and liking all their more recent posts. So I tend to do this with people that I don't know. So I can then start forming relationships with them. So So if you go, say, let's go to Katie's Facebook page. So right here is this box that says friends. You can go down here and add to another list. You see that?
Mhm.
And click on that. And then you can, so then it has all your lists that you have already. And then down here it says create new list. And then you can create a new list and type in the name of the list. Say future friends or whatever it is. And then hit enter. And then she's going to then start, then that starts a new category of people. And then you'll see that, oh, look, there's Denise's post.
Yeah, 46 people.
And that's in an hour.
And
And you already have over 20 comments. That's awesome. All right, so anyway, so then it'll show up under, where are my lists? Anyway, it'll show up somewhere on the left-hand side. Do you guys know how to add your groups to favorite to have them come up top, always to the side here?
I do.
So all you need to do is go to that group page. So here, let's, all right, Moms on Mars, we'll go there. I'm actually from a town called Mars, so that's why it's called Moms on Mars. So anyway, in the notifications up here, it'll have add to favorites. See, it only comes up remove to favorites because it's on my favorites already. So you just put add to favorites, and then I do that with all of my challenge groups and all of the groups that are more important. So they all show up here, and I don't have to search for them. So then when you create a list of people that you want to get to know closer, you can do that for that as well. All right, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any questions about that? You were born in Neptune, yeah? Katie was born in Neptune, and I live near a town called Mars. All right, so I'm gonna stop my screen share. All right, so do you ladies have any questions about that? No. Do you guys have any other ideas on how to start forming relationships? No?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, you know, it's hard to start a conversation with somebody you don't know, and it definitely, you know, with anything gets easier over time. So like once you step outside of your comfort zone and just do it, it's, you know, it gets a lot easier. And I do want to congratulate Sarah today for doing that. She steps outside of her comfort zone and messaged, you know, somebody, and she's now going to be a challenger in one of our groups. So kudos to you, Sarah. You're on mute.
She is.
I don't know if I can unmute you. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and don't, like, in the beginning as a new coach, like, I was really worried about saying the right thing. And honestly, like, and these are things that you're going to just learn over time. So I don't want you to be like, oh, like, what do I say? I'm going to say the wrong thing and scare them away. Like, I mean, these are just things that you learn in time. So, like, the one thing I do want to say is, you know, don't start with the whole Beachbody thing, because, like, although Sarah, you were successful by doing that today, typically it just, you know, turns people off. And I've learned that the hard way. And I kind of feel like you get more messages sent back to you when it's non-Beachbody related, when it's more of a, hey, how you doing? And then the conversation leading into that. Like a lot of times, you know, especially if it's somebody that you haven't spoken to for a really long time, you know, you could talk about other things and it will lead into that because, you know, you'll ask, so, you know, what are you doing these days? You know, and they tell you what they're doing for a job, and then they'll just naturally ask you, and then you can tell them, you know, I'm blah, blah, blah. And then I'm also a health and fitness coach. I don't even say Beachbody health and fitness coach. I don't even mention that. I just say I'm a health and fitness coach. And it's not that I don't like the company, love the company. It's just that, you know, I feel like if you say Beachbody, it's going to be like, you know, another like, I'm a Roden and Fields consultant or a Pampered Chef. Like people know Beachbody. So I don't want them to think I'm coming off to sell them something. I'm coming off because I want to help them, which I do. You want to be sincere. All right. So when you're having a conversation with somebody, so say the conversation is going really well and you ask them about their health and fitness goals and you start getting into it, talk about that. Start building a relationship. Find out, you know, things that I ask. So how long have you been trying to lose weight? Are you just starting your weight loss journey, or, you know, have you been trying? You know, if you have been trying, what have you been doing? Have you seen any success with that? If they say, yes, I've lost 20 pounds, I congratulate them in big letters, congratulations, because I'm extremely happy for them. I try and focus on their strengths when I'm having a conversation. And then, you know, I talk about, you know, just things of trying to get to know their goals. I want to form a relationship with them. I give them advice on nutrition. As coaches, we educate and promote clean eating. So I give them advice on things that could help them, non-sales related. And then I say, you know, you may want to consider joining one of my challenge groups. And they may already know what that is from watching you post. You know, and then you can invite them to your next challenge group, you know. So, and I do it in a sense, you know, what really helped me when I got started, and I share my story, you know, when, you know, I joined a challenge group, you know, I had all this weight to lose. I was, you know, feeling miserable, and, you know, share with them my story. And it was this challenge group that gave me the motivation to press play every day and to stay on track. And I do share with them, like, I literally would have quit my weight loss journey if it wasn't for this challenge group, which is a true story, you know. And I posted my frustration in the group because I wasn't seeing results fast enough. And I thought that Shakeology wasn't working for me. And I thought, you know, T25 was working for everybody but for me. And I was getting really discouraged because, you know, the numbers on the scale weren't moving. And I'm like, clean eating wasn't working for me, you know. And I posted my frustration in the group, and the coach promised me that, you know, it was, my body was changing, even though the numbers on the scale wasn't showing it. I'm getting stronger, and for me to, in big letters, step away from the scale. It's not a good indicator of progress. And in fact, then I added this into our challenge groups now, that it's actually very common for people to gain weight in the beginning of their weight loss journey, because they're, not only are you gaining muscles, but your muscles your muscles swell. So anyway, so I share that story, that if it wasn't for the group, that I, you know, I would have given up. And my coach promised me, you know, she encouraged me to continue, and I'm so glad I did, because, you know, a week later I took my 30-day pictures and I saw a big difference, and that motivated me to continue the rest of my journey. So, so I share that with them, and, you know, just so they can see how, you know, the challenge groups are beneficial in the support area. Because not only do you have the support of your coaches, but you also have the support of your peers as well. You know, knowing that people are in the same boat as you. But it's so important, before you mention even that challenge group, is to figure out, you know, what's going on with them. You know, a lot of times people, they start a weight loss journey, and again, just like me, they don't see results fast enough, and they quit, they give up. So any weight loss thing, they just give up because, you know, they're not seeing, everybody wants instant. So that's when I start my spiel that in today's society, everybody wants instant gratification, and our bodies do not work that way. And then I promise them that if they eat right, exercise in time, and I always put in time in big letters, they will start seeing results. You know, this day and age, we you know, when we want something, we buy it. If we can't afford it, we charge it. Instant gratification, right? So so then I share that with them. So I get the conversation going and finding out about their why. And because a lot of times they're feeling terrible about themselves, and they want to get back to feeling good about themselves. And, you know, that's where you can share about, you know, what these groups are doing for you. Hold on one second. Honey, there is a lady. Can you grab that, please? Yes. Katie and I were on a call right before this, and this darn ladybug has been crawling on my bed over like the last hour, and it's been driving me nuts. Thank you, honey. So anyway, so forming a relationship is key to this business. And then again, when they say no, that they're not interested in this time, then you can keep that relationship going, and, you know, check in with them maybe a month later, and say, so how are you doing with your health and fitness journey? And a lot of times they're not doing well, you know, and then you can give them more advice, or, you know, invite them to your next challenge group. And I stopped calling them challenge groups. I like to call them, you know, our online, you know, support group. Well, I sometimes call it challenge group, but it's more like an online support group. I don't know. Sometimes challenge group scares people away. Online fitness and accountability group or something. Oh my God, we're almost done in 10 minutes already. So yeah. I posted, I believe, was that yesterday, in our coach training group, about how to explain what a challenge group is, because that was the other thing. I had no idea how to even explain a challenge group to somebody. So I posted that for you on New Coaches in our training group yesterday. So does anybody have any questions about what? Does all of that make sense? Nikki, are you still there? Did we lose Nikki?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry,
oh,
I had
okay,
muted.
Good. Oh, okay.
I'm still here.
All right. I just wanted to make sure. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
Like, do you pay the money to have your like page out there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, well, okay. So let me back up. So when I first created my like page, I paid to boost to promote my like page just to get some likes on there. And it could be very minimal. It can be like $5 just for a couple days, and to get like, you know, some likes on there. But when I don't boost all of my posts, I only boost the posts that are related to a challenge. But a lot of top coaches, they boost every post. And honestly, like, they say no more than, like, you don't have to do more than $10, you know, for, so Facebook likes you.
So do you pay for the like page, or just to have it out there, or for the extra stuff that you're doing with it?
Say that one more time, Nikki. I'm sorry.
Do you pay for like the initial like page, or are you paying for if you want the extra stuff to?
No, to have
like you're talking about boosting it.
Yeah, to have a like page is free. There's no charge for that.
Okay.
So in the past, So they actually just changed it recently. They're trying to make it more difficult to promote a business on your personal page, and they're trying to get people to convert over to having a like page to promote their business, right? So in the past, so even if you say you have, like, say I had 1,000 likes, in the past when I posted something, only a very small percentage of people could see. Like, I think I even heard like 1% of people actually see when that's being posted. And then like there were things that you can do to without paying to try and get more likes. And now Facebook is making that more difficult. So basically, when you post on your like page, which I still encourage you to do, post as much as you can on your like page. I've been really bad at that, I have to admit. I used to post daily, and I've just been so busy I keep forgetting about it. But so I would still recommend for you to post at least daily on it. And then so then when you do boost a challenge group, they have stuff to look back on and see that you're legit, basically. So we can actually talk about that in our, I can show you all how to do that in our coach training group, maybe even our last call.
Okay.
I want to talk about rank advancement, but or I can actually just create a video and show you guys how to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, so Facebook, they've gotten smarter, and they want us to pay to promote our business. So it's just like any startup business. It's actually, I look at it this way. Any other business out there, whether you want to start up a hair salon or whatever it is, like you have to pay so much money to promote your business, whether it's advertising in the newspaper, I've heard is like a few $100s, or to get a commercial out there, or which is thousands of dollars. We just pay $5 to $10 to have like thousands of people see our posts. So it's basically a small investment in your business. So I actually have no problem paying the $10 for 3 days once a month to promote a clean eating ad. Because then the goal is to, in those clean eating groups, is to get, number one, that's when you start your, building your relationships. And what do I mean by that? Oh, we only have 4.5 minutes left. That may be another call. But basically, the 5-day free clean eating group is to start building a relationship, get them comfortable with a challenge group, and have them have success at the end of the week. We're offering a free service so we're building trust with people. We want to share them our knowledge of clean eating and how it can help. Katie and Nikki, you did excellent in that challenge, and that's how we met, and that's how you guys decided to become a coach. So there's a lot of value in that free group, which is why we do it monthly. And it gets people excited to continue on the journey with us to join the next challenge. And if they don't join the next challenge, they'll eventually join a challenge, because we know that they're on a health and fitness journey, so we can keep keep in contact with them, whether it's monthly or whatever you guys feel is necessary based on your relationship with them. And then eventually they'll want to convert into one of your challenge groups, because all along they're seeing your posts on Facebook, they're seeing your success, they're seeing your motivation, and and whatever it is, your story on Facebook.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I ran an ad this week for Monday's clean eating group, and I kind of have stalled with several people once I've given them the information to create the free account. Do you think that I didn't build the relationship enough before sending that, and that's why they haven't signed up yet?
How did you use the wording that I have in the clean eating conversation that I have in the group?
I used part of Carrie's language minus the Shakeology, which I think was similar to yours. No?
No, because a lot of times, because of the way Beachbody has that set up, it sounds like you're ordering something, and that turns a lot of people off. So I actually have it worded where I say it's free, I promise. So I would, in our Dreamers, Believers, Achievers groups, in the file section, I have basically a conversation that I have with every single person that I get from the clean eating ad. So read that, because in there I say, when I'm done with the whole conversation.
I am saying it's free.
Okay.
But I'll take a look at yours anyway and see.
Yeah, follow the whole flow of the conversation, because before I even get to the registration part, I talk to them about their goals and find out more information about them and try and relate to them.
Yeah.
And then when I say, let me tell you about this group, then does this sound like something that you'd be interested to do? And at that point, they're usually excited. And then I'm like, great, and then that's when I tell them to register.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have a huge problem with people not feeling comfortable in registering. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll stop doing that. And then the 1 month I stopped doing that, it was a total bust, and I won't do that again. Because by registering, they're making us their coach. So if they do purchase in the future, they're purchasing through, we'll get the credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
We have a minute left. Does anybody have any questions before we get kicked off? I might just upgrade to the next, because these calls they don't give us enough time. I might have to just pay so we don't get kicked off. All right. So, Nikki, you doing okay?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, guys, if you have any questions, just post them in the group. And if not, I want you guys to have a fantastic Thursday and have a happy Easter.
You too. Thanks.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Bye.